In this video, I want to talk about helping your kids when you are going through a divorce. In my own experience, when I was about 3 years old, my parents began to go through a divorce. It was a very, very rough and rocky time. My dad was much older, and he was a lawyer and had a lot of resources to handle dealing with a divorce. My mom was young. She was only about 19 or 20 years old, and they had a very, very rough time dealing with the divorce. The lawyers fought with each other and did anything they could to hurt each other and make each other's lives as miserable as possible. This made my mom and dad become arch enemies, and it ended up impacting me in a horrible, great way. In fact, the end of the divorce, my parents had a visitation where my dad would only see me once in a while, and he was very depressed and angry about what had happened, so he ended up kidnapping me for 10 months. He took me away from my mom. I had no idea where she was, and it was a very, very rough battle dealing with the divorce. I ended up coming home eventually, and later in life was diagnosed with bipolar disorder and depression, and I believe many of the issues I faced, part of it was the trauma I experienced as such a little kid when I was going through a divorce. And I described to my parents feeling like a rubber band, and one would pull me one way and the other would pull me the other way, and they'd keep pulling, and eventually I felt like I snapped because there was so much pressure being pulled back and forth. I want to tell you, if you are dealing with divorce in your own life, if you have children, you have to get them support. You have to work with them, find a therapist, and allow them to work on the issues that they're going through. Young children are so susceptible to emotions and feelings, and when you are sad or struggling or facing a hard time, they can feel it. They know what you're going through. Even if you say, oh, everything's going to be fine, they are able to feel the emotions that you're feeling. Get them help, get them support. In my own life now, my wife and I help people dealing with different issues. We work as coaches to help motivate and encourage and inspire you. We work with those going through divorce. We help children and families, and we work together to give them the motivation and encouragement to make positive change. My coaching program is unique because what we do is we work with you every day. We'll talk to you by phone, by text. We'll keep you motivated and positive and be that friend and coach to help you get through the times that you're facing. I've worked with many children and adults and couples. I even wrote a parenting book called Like Mother, Like Son, A Mom's Guide to Raising Healthy Children. And I want to tell you, you can deal with these issues. On our website, we have great tools, including the books that I've written, as well as a free 30-minute introductory coaching session to help your family and to help you make positive change. And we are dedicated to helping you get through these situations. You do not have to battle them on your own. It is not impossible to get through a divorce and have your children stay healthy, but you're going to have to work at it. You're going to have to find support, and you are going to need assistance. You cannot battle all these issues on your own. And I know for moms and dads going through divorce, there can be so many struggles dealing with lawyers, dealing with the finances, dealing with the pressure of going and taking care of the children on your own. There are so many issues that you will face, but I believe when you get someone to support and motivate and guide and encourage you, you can make the changes you need. And if you can get through the storm, eventually life can get better. It's been over 30 years since my parents divorced, and I was so proud. Just last week, my dad and mom talked for over 2 hours. They shared about old experiences and friendships and life, and these days they are friends. They are no longer enemies. They've worked through their issues. Once in a while, they'll all get together for a holiday or an event in my life, and it's become a great blessing seeing them get along and work through all their issues. So I hope in your own life this positive story happens for you, and one day your children can see you and your ex become friends. And as hard as it might seem for that right now, when you have children together, you have to work through the issues because it's for the benefit of the kids. I want to thank you for watching this video. Please go to bipolaronline.com. That's bipolaronline.com, and I hope we can help you make some positive change. Thanks a lot.